In today's video, we're going to take a walk through a rainbow garden. Sit tight. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Gigi. We are going to start today's look with this gorgeous black. So I'm guessing it's midnight in the garden, right? There you go. We're going to come in after this black, which was by gelin, in case you didn't notice. And then we matted it all out again with some gelin. Then we're switching over to Model 1s, and it's this beautiful white that is in their solid gel collection, and which I love, by the way. If you were wondering my thoughts, love, love, love it. Need to buy more. I'm trying not to sneeze. Anyway, we're going to create our garden in this beautiful white, but of course it's not going to stay white. So we're going to be pulling out the pigment powders and using those to add color to our garden. You know, if you know, you know, Gigi loves those pigment powders. They are one of my favorite things in my nail collection. So if you're on the fence about getting pigment powders, jump up off that fence. The ones I use will be listed in the little description area, and you can go look them up and grab some for yourself. Honestly, I feel like I should buy another set, because then I feel like I'd be set for the rest of my life. I mean, unless you used them a lot in like, what am I thinking? The resin art, right? You would use a lot more. You would want to buy bigger amounts, but the little pots that you get in this kit, they're perfect for nails. So anyway, I'm going to continue doing some drawing here. I leave it to you to decide, is it good drawing or bad drawing? I really enjoy doing it. I think it looks pretty good. And once you add the color, it gets even more better. Even more better. Wow, I've not said that since I was a kid. My grandson says that sometimes, and I think that's where I picked it up. Anyway, I'm going to leave you to enjoy this beautiful artwork, and I will pop back in later toward the end. And in the meantime, please enjoy this beautiful music. right, guys, we are on the last nail, and I wanted to just come in and talk a little bit about the pigments. I'm striping this rose, all the colors, to bring it all together into this rose, and you really want to make sure you only have a tiny amount of the pigment powders on your brush when you do that. And as you can see on the paper towel, once I put the pigment on my brush, I break it up a little bit on the paper towel because it has kind of a chunky texture. But when you break it up on the paper towel, it gets much more fine, like those little clumps break up. And so you just get a better texture when you do it that way. And this is actually the first time that you are seeing this particular nail. I messed up the footage from that one, and also I don't like it as much as I like the others. You know, I got to keep it real with you guys, my Glam fam, because I mean, it's fine. Don't get me wrong, it's fine. But compared to the others, it's just not that good. And let me explain what happened while we do this top coat. And here, you can see that there was some shadowing before we get into the other explanation. There was a little shadowing from the pigment powders. This matte top coat really likes pigment, and even though I cleaned it up real good with some acetone and alcohol before I used the pigments, before I did the art, period, it's still a little thirsty for it. But as you can see, once you get the shiny top coat on there, it fades into the background, and it doesn't shine like the rest of it does that's on the white. So there you go. So back to the pinky nail. I did that the night before, and I think I was more tired than I thought I was. So it didn't come out as good. I did the rest of these the next morning, and look at how pretty they are. And they're much more pretty once you have the pigment powders on too. It just pops them into awesomeness, right? So you did see every nail today, although they were sped up, everything except the pinky. There you go. There you go. That's just how it is. So we're just going to finish up our top coat and our gems here. Guys, I'm going to gush a little bit because I love this set so hard. I think I need to do something like this on my own hand very soon. Maybe not this particular scene, but something where I use the pigments to pop, right? I love this set. It just, as I was making it, I was all, whoa, yes, this is the set, baby. I love it. And here it is, all finished and ready for you. As you can see, most places you don't really see that shadow of the color. There's a couple spots, like it really loves the orange and the green a lot. But guys, I need to hear from you now. What do you think of this set, which is perfect for Pride Month? Even though we don't have red, it's pink. But you know, it's okay to change it up, I think. There's lots of pride flags out there. But let me know in the comment section what you think about this set. While you're down there, don't forget to click like and subscribe. And don't forget to let me know what you'd like to see on the channel going forward, because you know I'm here to please. We're going to see you in the next video. Mwah! Bye-bye.